Thank you, everyone, for attending. Thank you, Raúl, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be World Football Summit once again.
Today we're talking all content.
Content,
Content is king.
always the fun part of the business, and
Yeah.
a part that we really like, I think, both of us.
Yeah, exactly. That's where TikTok thrives. It's on content. So LaLiga Arab account kicked off back in Feb. I remember 15th of
15th
Feb.
of February. Exactly.
So it's been like less than 10 months. And like it's the first La Liga account on TikTok that's outside of La Liga itself. Actually, let me just have a look because the amount of growth that's been happening
Let's
on
have
the account.
the latest
I want
update
to
on the
check
numbers.
What's the number now because it's been growing like crazy. So currently at 2.7 million. Just 2 days ago, 3 days ago, it was 2.5. So it's been a crazy growth.
It's been a good week for
Yeah.
La Liga. It's,
Exactly, and in less than 10 months, actually, 2.7 million is crazy. So I want to understand from your side, what was the main goal behind starting the Arabic account? Was it like the relevance, the culture? What was it?
For us, it was a matter of something that came pretty organic. Obviously, La Liga has already established fan base in the MENA region. It was something that was there for the past 20, even 30 years. So we were, obviously, before opening the account, we were broadcasting content in the different platforms on a geo-blocked way, not only on TikTok, on Instagram, on all the social media accounts, and simply the results were astonishing and were so good that the decision to open an account was the natural next step. And it was something remarkable because, as you will mention, we were having a strategy focused on global accounts and geo-blocking content, but the actual need of having an account grew for this very good performance on our geo-blocked content. So I would say it wasn't a matter of gaining more relevance. I humbly believe that the relevance was already there, but it was a matter of talking to our already existing fan base in a much more direct way, in a much more specialized way, using everything that we're going to discuss here today, no, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so given that, how different is your strategy on La Liga Arab versus La Liga's main account?
So obviously the core of the content production that we do is the same. We are bringing the competition closer to our fans all over the world. So the content that performs well is the plays, the goals, the saves, the best of the best in La Liga. But obviously the key here is to be able to adapt this content to the local reality and to the local context. So for that we use all the tools that we have in our hand, no? So cultural references, local songs, local collaborations. We will talk a bit about this as well. Always with the Arab fan in the center. So we want the content that is generally relevant for any user to be more relevant even for our local fan base here in the Arab world. So there is where the strategy is a bit different. We want to have this localization and this not only translation of the content, but actually a real adaptation to the content to the local reality.
Exactly, because if you're, as you said, it's adaptation to the region. It's not just like copy pasting what's there on the main account, because then we will not feel like it's relevant to us at the end of the day.
Absolutely. This was something super important for us. The moment we opened an account, we wanted to commit to it, and we didn't want to just put the goals with nice music behind from Kulthum, but we wanted it to make as relevant as it can get to the local fans. So in order to do that, there is a lot of collaboration with local fans, with local content creators, to tell their vision of the competition from their own words, from their own eyes. And this is a content that actually is the type of content that performs best after goals, saves, and the usual content, no?
100%. And speaking of like you're saying content that performs best, what's like success to La Liga as on TikTok?
In terms of how do we measure the success, it's obviously the main figures will be what we are looking at: followers, number of impressions, engagement. We are all behind these numbers. The secret, or at least the way we try to pursue this good performing content, is by learning. And in these 10 months, we have been not only showcasing content to gain visibility, but also to understand better what our fans want. So having this benchmark, having this visibility on what our fans like, we're trying to iterate and create new formats and trying to adapt every time more the message, every time more the content to the, again, the local context. So obviously these 2.7 million followers, I believe more than 40 million likes in just 10 months, is the numbers that at the end of the day we show in the presentations and that they look nice, but behind that there is a lot of constant effort on improving the content, I would say day after day.
And can you give me like one example of content, like a video that exceeded expectations? Maybe you thought it's not going to perform as good, but it just boomed.
The reality we were mentioning before, no? The football fans in the Arab world, they like similar things to fans all over the world. They want to see the biggest goals, or they want to see the latest happenings of the competition. Obviously, the legacy content, no? Having a competition like LaLiga as a product, you have historical players that obviously the content that you do around them, it's performing very well, even though when we showcase content of all La Liga legends, Ronaldinho, Zidane, Messi, Ronaldo, we try to really look for cultural references attached to the time that these players were playing. So that makes it more relevant for the people that is watching it, because at the end of the day, you connect time and people with the content that you're broadcasting. But obviously, the content we are most proud of is the one that we are doing with content creators, with local fans in a most local way. So one of the contents that I remember very recent, actually, that performed very well, and it was very simple. It was just a score prediction that we did actually in the launch event of Meliá Hotel Group, our new partner in the region, in which you, Nava, and other content creators were just predicting the result of El Clásico in a very, I would say, easy production style, that you don't need a studio, yeah. You don't need anything, just a mic and people that want to talk about football. And I remember it was very funny because there were the Barcelona fans, obviously, very, very optimistic about the result of Barcelona, the other way for Madrid fans, and this generated the type of conversation that you will have with your friends just before of the game. And at the end of the day, this is what I think fans want to see. No? It's a reflection of what they are in the people that they follow on social media, but in a way that is being broadcasted by the official account of La Liga makes it very special. So I think this video got like more than 5 million views, hundreds of thousands of comments and likes. So very simple content, very natural and very local, that succeed in a way that we didn't expect, of course.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that we Real Madrid fans predicted that Barcelona will win, and Barcelona fans expected they will win.
No one was very optimistic.
No one was optimistic about Real Madrid.
It was an amazing game. I think it was very good for the fans, very bad for the heart. If you are sensitive, it was a very, very exciting game. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, and when we talk about community, what role does the community engagement play in your growth?
For us, it's a central pillar. No? At the end of the day, I was mentioning it before, the idea of launching this account is not only to gain visibility and showcase what La Liga is able to do and what are the highlights of La Liga, but also to understand better the local communities that we are speaking to. So the management of these communities and the things we do later on with them, it's something that for us it's crucial.
Yeah. And since you also post, as we said, like you use the Arabic language a lot, obviously, in the content, how does that like change behavior, like compared to the Spanish accounts?
I would say that we are lucky enough to be living, working in a region that is very passionate generally, but when it comes to football, I think it's 2-3 steps above the average. I mean, Spanish football fans are obviously very passionate, but the way Arab people communicate about football, about their favorite teams, it's something outstanding. And this is very well reflected in the social media communication. You see the type of comments, the passion, the sense of humor. For me, that's something amazing. And since we were saying that we are trying to understand our fans, what you can see in La Liga TikTok account, it's a reflection of this spirit. We like to do content with passion. We like to add a lot of humor to it. And I think that's one of the secrets of the success, no? So probably you can find some similarities with the content that we do in English or in Spanish, but I would say that this passion and this sense of humor and the use of these references, it's something that only in the Arab world you could actually pull out.
Exactly. And now let's get to creators. You've been working with creators for years, as per my knowledge. What's the strategy behind selecting creators for like to work with La Liga? Like you not only invite them here locally to watch matches or whatsoever, but also fly them over to Spain to actually be a part of the experience, La Liga experience. So how is that selection process?
For us, collaborating with the creators in this region, it's also fundamental because of one simple reason. Content creators are some sort of the representatives of the societies we are trying to speak to. So being able to communicate what is happening in La Liga through their own words, through their own vision, through their own reaction, it's something that it's meaningful by itself. So since we are exploring always new formats, from live reactions to talk shows, interviews, all types of interactions and comments around the competition, content creators became the most organic way to communicate about all of those things, no? And the good thing, I think, is football in general and La Liga in particular is a product that is very transversal and can be, and the angles that you can approach the product are very different. You can be more technical, more formal if you want it, more close to traditional journalism, and you can be more light, more humorous, more close to entertainment. I think the product can fit everything, no? Personally, what I like is content creators that are able to do both, that they know when to be more serious, more analytic, and when to deliver insights, and when to be just fun and to interact with the fans and to, just bring humor to it. So yeah, I think that's my personal criteria, but we ended up collaborating with more than 50 profiles in these 4 years. So, and the aim is to do it with all the relevant faces and names in the region.
Yeah, hopefully. And let's talk trends. How does La Liga lead that trend and not just like follow it? How do you create the trend? Like, I'll just give you an example of one piece of content that I saw back in Ramadan. It was like basically you just put the players, and each player represented like he's representing, I don't know, a show or something like this. But with the music and everything, the video like boomed. So yeah, again, you did something like that. So how do you think about these things, the trends, and how do you lead on them?
Thank you for putting us in the group of people that is leading the trends. The reality is that we always try to, first of all, get inspiration in the best creators, best accounts, as someone smart in the industry should do. I think you can be very creative, but inspiration is all over, and you need to be very aware on what's going around your industry, and something very interesting, try to do things that all other industries are doing, no? And this is a big part of it. And obviously the other part is this constant iteration in the contents that we produce. So we don't like just to sit comfortable saying, oh, live reactions are working fantastically, let's keep it as it is because it's something that is already working well. We like to always twist it a little, see what can be improved, see what can be added. Sometimes we fail, it's not always a successful thing. But I think this is the key, no? I was talking with Sakil Said, which is the mastermind behind the account, so a lot of credit to him. And the content meetings that we have are always kind of a very free, open discussion. No idea is wrong. Later we need to filter everything, but it's quite a fun. We try to create this very comfortable environment in which all the ideas, no matter how crazy they sound at the beginning, are accepted, and later we face reality and we try to make it happen, no?
Yeah, and so, I just want a message from you, like the recipe of success for La Liga's Arab account. And maybe tomorrow we'll also see La Liga Arab account at 2.8.
Booming.
Yeah.
I hope not declining. I hope.
No,
No, I wish I have a recipe. I know very clearly what is our strategy and what are our main focus. So the first one will be localization. We were talking already about it. It's not just to geo-block the content and to translate it, but to really adapt and embrace the local realities, the local culture, the subtleties that each region will have. So we don't want just to speak in Fosha, but we want to redirect content to specific countries. So we will talk with the dialect of these countries, and we will try to make it as specific as it can.
Yeah.
So localization, obviously, we are a league, we are a competition that embraces 42 clubs, 20 and 22 in the first and second division. So we always try to keep balance. And obviously there are clubs that are more popular than the others, but we always look to increase the visibility of lesser known clubs, let's say. So this balance thing is very important for us. One thing that we are with a focus on is to have an active management of the account. We obviously collaborate with agencies and with third parties that help us with the production of the content, but we want to be on top of everything. Not only the strategy, but if possible, all the content pieces that we release. So this active management makes us very aware on what is working, what is not working, how we can improve. I would say the creativity is also one of the pillars, being constantly trying to explore new ways to reach the fans. Collaborations, we mentioned, collaborations with fans, with other entities, with obviously content creators. We have been doing things with local actors, celebrities of all sorts. So this is what is cool about football, that everyone will have an approach to football. We have been collaborating with people that is not very related with football, but perhaps their parents were. So this brings them good memories from their childhood. So that's the angle in which we want to portray this piece of content. So collaborations are definitely a big pillar. So that would be pretty much it. I don't know if it's a recipe for success, but at least it's what is working for us.
And to me, honestly, like consistency is another thing that you guys have been really successful at. Whether it's in season or out of season or in the international break, we always see LaLiga posting something. And celebrate, to me, also celebrating key moments like, I don't know, today is a day that this player did this, or it's a birthday of a player or of a former player of LaLiga. All of these moments, they create the content for you. They give you ideas all the time. And the other thing that, just to touch on trends, as we talked about, it's to keep watching TikTok. Like, keep watching TikTok to be up to speed with the trends, because there's a trend, not one trend, actually there are many trends every day.
And in TikTok it's super fast.
Yes.
And the way trends come and go, sometimes it's faster than what we can cope. So
exactly.
I hope we are following at the right speed, but it is true that that you need to, in all the social platforms now, but in TikTok I feel especially you need to be very updated on what's going on. So
yeah, for sure. Thank you so much, Raúl. It was
thank you,
very nice to speak to you, and
likewise.
Hopefully next time we talk, we'll see the account at above 10 million.
Above it.
Yeah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
you, everyone.
Thank you so much.